The Bucks take on the Magic, 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Bucks are the 13-point favorite, totals 225 flat. The Magic are plus 650 to win this one outright. And if you like the Magic to cover, they're minus 105 catching the 13. I'm hitting at 63% my last 8 crowd pleaser teasers on patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm also hitting at 62% my last 13 MLB tier package plays on that site as well. For more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Ross and Gordon are probable for this afternoon's action. Michael Carter-Williams is questionable. The Magic successfully covered 61% of their games away from home this season. They are away from home today, by the way. They're in the bubble. That's not their home court. They're away from home. Anyway, they also rank in the top 5 in points allowed per game. Nick Vucevic is averaging 20 a game, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Evan Fournier is scoring 19 a game along with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Terrence Ross is also scoring 15 a game along with 3 rebounds. The Magic have covered 12 out of their last 17 ball games dating back to before the pause. They're giving up just 108 points per contest on average. They are taking on a Milwaukee squad who really hasn't played a high caliber of basketball as of late. They've lost 5 out of their last 7, and they gave up 120 points per contest on average during that stretch. Now, the Bucks also covered just 47% of their games away from home this season. Ilyasova's out. Matthews is questionable. The Bucks are just 30% against the spread in their last 10 ball games. They're also in the bottom 5 in free throw percentage, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Milwaukee's last 6 games got over the total. They're also 4-1 to the over in their last 5 conference games. The Magic, on the other side, went 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. Orlando's also 68% to the over away from home this year. Once again, today's game's not on their home court. It's in the bubble. They're away from home. Give me the Magic plus 13 and the over 225 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Sad that I have to explain that to some folks. But anyway, got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA basketball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we're currently 63% in our last 8 crowd pleaser teasers on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also hitting at 62% in our last 29 NBA tier package plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Moving on, we're going to take a look at the Heat Pacers, 4 p.m. East. Miami's the 4.5 point favorite, totals 215 flat. The Pacers are plus 160 on the money line. And if you like Indiana to cover, they're plus $1 catching the 4.5. Now, the Pacers are on a nice little 2-game winning streak, including a 17-point victory against this Miami team. The Pacers are 8-3 straight up in their last 11, and they went 80% against the spread in their last 10. Warren and Sabonis are still out. Sabonis is still out. TJ Warren has been upgraded to probable. Now, the Pacers covered nearly 60% of their ball games away from home this season. They're also 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Heat. TJ Warren is scoring 20 a game along with 4 rebounds. Malcolm Brogdon's also dropping 17 a night along with 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Victor Oladipo is averaging 15 per contest along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists for him. This Pacers team ranks in the top 3 in offensive field goal percentage, top 3 in points allowed. Indy's giving up just 107 points per contest on average for the season. Now, they are taking on a Miami squad who's won just 4 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Pacers. Miami is in the bottom half of the league in offensive rebounding, and they won just 15 of 37 ball games away from home. Miami is also covered in just 37% of their games away from home as well. Dragic, Butler, Crowder, and Adebayo are all listed as questionable for today's action. The Heat are currently on a 2-game losing streak while also dropping 5 out of their last 7. They're also in the bottom half of the league in points allowed away from home. Now, total-wise, 6 out of the Heat's last 9 ball games got over the total. 6 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Indy got over the number as well. Give me the Pacers plus 4.5 and the over 215 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be OKC taking on Houston, 6:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Thunders -2, totals 224 flat. The Rockets are plus $1.10 for an outright win. And if you like the Rockets covering the 2, they're minus $1.10 to get the job done against the spread. That's right, the Rockets are the 2-point dog in this one. Now, Westbrook's out, House is questionable. The Rockets are on a 3-game losing streak and failed to cover the point spread in 4 out of their last 6. They rank in the bottom 10 in the league in offensive field goal percentage. They're also in the bottom 10 in 3-point percentage as well, believe it or not. The Rockets have been victorious in just 3 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with OKC, really struggling with the Thunder in recent years. And they covered the number in just 20% of those ball games, by the way. Houston's also just 44% against the spread away from home, and they rank in the bottom 3 in the league in defensive rebounding. This Houston squad allows 115 points per contest. Meanwhile, OKC on the other side, they're in the top 10 in offensive field goal percentage, top 10 from the stripe. They're 12-6 straight up in their last 18, and they're a perfect 5-0 ATS in their last 5 with the Rockets. OKC's won a staggering 79% of their ball games when favored this season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scoring 19 a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Danilo Gallinari scoring 19 a night along with 5 boards. And CP3 is also scoring 18 a game along with 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Now OKC's in the top 10 in points allowed, top 3 in defending the 3-ball. They're giving up just 108 points per game. Now, total-wise, 8 out of OKC's last 10 head-to-head meetings with Houston stayed under the posted total. That's right, stayed under the posted total. OKC also went 70% to the under in their last 10 games versus the Southwest Division. 6 out of Houston's last 7 games on the other side stayed under the number themselves. Give me the OKC Thunder -2 and the under 224 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Blazers-Lakers, 9 p.m. Eastern tip-off. The Lakers are the 6-point favorite, totals 230.5. The Blazers are plus $2 on the money line. And if you like them to cover, they're minus $1.10, catching the 6. And as good as they've been recently, I know they're going to take a lot of action tonight. A lot of action. A lot of money going to go in this Portland squad. But just keep in mind, this Portland team has still failed to cover the number in 3 out of their last 5. They won just 36% of their games away from home this season. Hey, they're away from home today. They're not playing in Portland. Portland's also won just 9 out of 35 contests when catching plus money. That's just 25% as the underdog. Portland's in the bottom 5 in points allowed, bottom 5 in defensive rebounding. Collins and Little are out for tonight's contest. The Blazers are giving up 116 points per contest for the season. They're taking on a Lakers team who ranks in the top 10 in offensive rebounding, top 3 in offensive field goal percentage. Anthony Davis is scoring 26 a game, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. LeBron James is scoring 25 a night, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. And Kyle Kuzma, he's dropping 13 a game along with 5 boards. LA's won 73% of their ball games when laying the juice this season. They're also in the top 5 in points allowed, top 3 in defensive rebounding. LA 60% against the spread in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Portland. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, 4 out of LA's last 6 games got over the number. 10 out of their last 11 games versus the Northwest Division got over the total as well. Meanwhile, the Blazers on the other side saw their last 6 straight get over the line themselves. Portland's currently 60% to the over for the season. Give me the Lakers -6 and the over 230.5 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.